Hello, everyone, and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome on in. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. We're gonna keep on going. Last we left off, I believe we were in the middle of a cross-examination. I could be wrong. But I think I ended it, or maybe it was a perception. It was one of the two. We were doing a cross-examination, and I was like, I need to I need to go to bed. But yeah, I think last time it also crashed, so we're praying that it doesn't crash today. Hopefully no crashes. My computer was acting up today, doing a lot of weird stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little tired, but I am excited to continue playing here. I don't know how long. I think we have 2-day cases, so we're still on our first day. We'll see what happens. I wonder if we're gonna be able to go back to investigate. I don't know. This is it's not like the other Phoenix Wright game, so I don't really have anything to base it off of. Hello, Gare. Howdy doody doo. How goes, Gare? It's good to see ya. Welcome in. How are you doing? I got some of my breakfast in Paris tea. Really hot, but it does taste good. But yeah, so I'm excited to get back into this. I went to a friend. Well, I don't know if I'd call him a friend. A very nice acquaintance from high school. They are a professional musician now, a professional opera singer, and they put on a little recital before they move out for a long time. Like to a full different state and everything. And I went, and oh my gosh, dude. We were in the musicals together, and he was definitely the best singer, at the school, probably of all time, ever. He was really, really good. And then he left, to go to college and continue being a professional singer. And then he came back, and oh my god, dude. He's incredible. I thought he was incredible, but now I was watching it, and my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my god, he got so good. So that was a lot of fun, and got to see him again, and talk to some of the some people from back in the day of the younger E2. That was really, really cool. I want to try that sometime. Definitely. I recommend. Opera, I learned, and I kind of knew it, but actually watching a pro do it really got me to understand it. Because opera isn't even a recital. If you sing one song from an opera, you don't just sing a song. Most other kinds of songs or concerts, they just sing the song. Maybe they'll do a little bit of choreography. Or whatever, but opera, it's very similar to a musical. And operas came first, and then musicals were created from operas. But they're very performative. You don't just stand there and sing. You move, you emote, you act during the song. It's really, really cool. And I knew that going into it, but actually seeing it in person, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. It was really, really cool. And his last song was a really hilarious one. It was from a comedic one, and it was about I'm glad I'm not a tenor, and it was just about how being a bass and a baritone sucks because nobody writes any good bass songs. And so he was just singing, and the whole song was about, man, come on, I totally don't wish I was a tenor. I'm happy that I'm a bass. We get great songs too. What are you talking about? So it was great. It was really fun. If you ever have the chance to go see an opera, I highly recommend it. Definitely. Definitely want to look up translations though, because most of them are in Italian. Some of them are translated, but they don't work as well. But if you buy, like, if you get like a little, you don't have to buy, but you get a little, you know, translation, you can kind of follow what's going on. But it's really fun. I recommend. But if it's being the same time zone, your stream sign up, yay, yatta. Well, I'm glad you get to hang out. I'm glad you get to hang out while we solve a crime. But yeah, let's go ahead. Speaking of crime, let's continue on. I got my attorney's badge up and ready. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's bump out of that. Pray nothing crashes. Tenor voices are slept on. No, no, don't be one of them. Tenors get all the fun. It's the basses and baritones that are slept on. Nobody cares about us. People only care about the high singing people. The pain. All right. So looks like the last time I streamed was on the 4th. So 10:05 looks like to be the most recent one. All right. I gotta wake up. Let me roar. I don't even know what we were talking about here. Let's see. Oh, I caught her in yeah, she said she couldn't see the body, but she knew that he was shot. Okay. So yeah, Lami Roar was like, I couldn't see the body because there was a wall in the way. But then suddenly she knows, well, he was shot. And I think we perceived that with the little circle thingy or something. I don't know, our bracelet. I still don't get the bracelet. I know they're gonna explain that, but I really don't understand with it. Like, at least the Magatama came from Maya. It made sense. But I don't know how they're gonna explain the bracelet. You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope. Yes, he is. She always is. Maybe you are. That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Good one. Good one, Apollo. Ah, now I remember. Please, allow me to add it to my testimony. Of course. Hello, Clavier. How are you doing? All we want to know is the truth. I'm telling you, dude. Clavier, one of the best. One of the best. He only cares about truth. I love him. Although I'm sure in like episode 5, we're gonna find out that he's like a devil or something like that. She looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so. All right. I saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Latouche had been shot. Only a glimpse? You knew they were bullet holes? I mean, I feel like bullet holes... I mean, maybe it could be like... Maybe you might be able to confuse them with like a nail. You know, like if you hang something on the wall, you have to use a nail and they leave a hole behind. Maybe. But not like 40... It was a 45 caliber or something? Yeah. That's what they said. So it would be a pretty big hole. You'd be using a huge nail. Yes, I recognize them immediately. I've seen bullet holes before, you know. You have traveled the world as a singer. Yeah, but how does that imply you've seen bullet... Every traveling musician has seen bullet holes. Just a normal occurrence. You must have sung in places far more dangerous than our country. I go wherever my voice is needed. Those places are many these days. That's really cool. I hope I get to travel like La Mirror someday. Traveling magician. Yeah, I could see that. You could do it. I think you could pull it off. I plan on recording my next album overseas. Their studios have a different sound, you know. I mean... I'm not part of the music industry, but I feel like that's like a... It's probably a vibe thing. It's probably not like a fact. I mean, they probably sound different just like every studio sounds different, but like those studios are so dead-end. I don't think that really matters. Maybe I should go on a Chords of Steel tour too. No, guys. Not now. Maybe when you're done with this case, you can plan a little vacation. But not now. We're on the clock. Come on. Alright, so I saw bullet holes and I knew Mr. Latouche had been shot. Wow, I really set myself up for success here. I don't remember anything. Oh, but you couldn't because they were behind the door. If you opened the door and you look in, you would have had to go inside the room to look around the door. Objection! Aha. Maybe I did set myself up for success. Wait, what? I didn't get to read that. Lamiror, they call you the siren of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature. Put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice. Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo. Stop polishing your foreheads and start polishing your character, yeah? Come on, can't I be cool for once? Me. I would like to be cool. I also am only like now realizing, maybe I realized it in the last Phoenix Wright game, but the size of my attorney's badge is so much larger than there. Like, look at the size of Apollo's. That's about how I think Phoenix Wright's might even be a little bit smaller. I made mine so huge, but I don't care. Observe the diagram. Lamiror, you looked in from the door for just a moment. Correct? Yes, that is so. There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall the door is on. You see, assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. Yark, yark, yark.
Lamiror.
Yes?
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something.
And I must tell you, yeah. That's how it works. That's called the court of law. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I must tell you what it is that I saw.
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. And I'm certain it will be on the news in Virginia.
Oh, man. Wait, they're recording it? Ah, yes, join the Discord server. It's fun. Thank you, Nappy. So when they being recorded, because like a big thing in our, well, not ever, it's, well, no, that's Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not like filmed. They like have people type it out and then people draw pictures. But I guess no, you can, I guess you can actually record normal court. So
you understand your reputation is at stake. It falls upon you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that the cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing. But she knew how Mr. Latouche died. And he was named as a witness. You must have seen something, Lamiror. Bonk.
Very well. Lamiror, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall. All right. Let's see what it is. What I saw too, because lying is fun. Why tell the truth when you can have a second part and extend your screen time? I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was. Okay. So she's actually not... So she's saying it was not Machi. Okay, cool. That would have been nice if she had said that earlier. You know, because it it seemed like she was like, oh man, he did it. Oh, that sucks. But now she's like, no, it wasn't him. It's like, what do you mean?
So you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Hair Forehead.
Very well, Hair. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination.
No, don't take his mannerisms, please. It can't be. Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lamiror. That's wrong. You don't look too happy. This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. Alrighty, here we go. First real cross-examination of the night. So, you were heading toward the dressing room? Yes. So this is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped the brooch. About the same time Emma and I heard those shots. I was on my way back. Okay. What exactly is something like a little window? Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think it is how it's said, yes? You need not worry, Lamiror. Your choice of words is impeccable. Yeah, actually, that seems like a little bit of a waste of a press, but whatever. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail? That little window on the wall. I, saw the crime from there. Okay. You are certain you heard shots fired? Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot, much closer. And there were 2 bullet holes at the scene. No contradiction so far. It all happened on the other side of that window. There was nothing I could do. Okay. Well, I lied in the title, but it's fine. We like clickbait or whatever. It wasn't Machi who shot, are you sure? Yes, quite certain. It amuses me that you would question her testimony. It is a testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object? Yeah, Apollo, what are you thinking? I don't know, I just want to clarify. I just wanted to clarify. Trucy, let's just listen to what Lamiror has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure? Yes, of course. You see... A grown person. That's a little vague. I'm sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly you could at least see whether the shooter was a male or a female.
Hey, that's very presumptuous of you, Josh. It's 2025. How dare you assume a murderer's gender? How dare. Get this man off the streets. He was a man, a young man.
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room is quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
A singer. As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. Yeah, sure. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man. So, you heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latouche? Absolutely not. Yeah, no, that one, she would have known his voice. He definitely, obviously, regardless of what voice I gave him, he looks like the guy who has a distinct voice, you know? You could easily tell him apart. Absolutely not. Did I not just say I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So, you were at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Machi. What if she says it was me? It was you! I'm like, no, I didn't do it, I swear. It's always my fault.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion on this testimony?
Who do we know? Oh man, was it Darian? Oh, it could have been him. I mean, obviously we just genuinely may not have met the murderer. But It could be him, because he wasn't out there during the performance. He was at backstage. Hey. Long, luscious, gorgeous hair. Yeah. I mean, look at this guy. He could totally... Look at that dumb hair. I guess calling it dumb hair has nothing to do with gender, but... dumb hair is genderless. And you can quote me on that. Alright, what do we got here? I don't think I have anything contradictory. I mean, I guess for now I'll say it's pretty good. Well, I'd have to say it's pretty good. Vital, even. This shows that the shooter wasn't Machi. Ha. Surely you can't be serious here, Forehead. Why not? Let me roar. I understand why you want to protect Machi. Oh, was that a lie? Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad. And lies do not become such a creature.
What does the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what's he talking about? I don't remember. How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? Come on, let me be cool. I recall the state of the crime scene quite, the state of the crime scene quite well. Oh wait, you were talking about your hair. Okay. I didn't. Oh, so you have long hair. That's cool. I have sort of long hair, but I just got it cut. I had it way too long, and I was like, oh man, this sucks. So I got it cut. But hey, we love the long hair. Let's go. Actually, I had a friend in high school who had super long hair. It was awesome. Called him Jeebus. No, there was a different kid we called Jeepus, but he had some sick long hair. And probably one of the only guys that I've seen that actually looked awesome in a ponytail. Usually I'm not a fan of the man ponytail, but he did it. I was like, yo, that looks sick. State of the room. Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed. Okay, you could have heard a gunshot. Also, you probably could have heard like a mumble. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it. Yeah, you could totally hear it. I mean, unless he was being super duper quiet, you could totally hear that. What? But I'm sure. Let me roar. I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense, but my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser. But she's the only eyewitness we have. So you say. And the victim named her the siren as the witness. That's right. That's what Mr. Latouche. We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Herr Judge.
Yes.
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. No. I don't have any contradictions. I'm gonna hope that maybe Phoenix Wright is gonna show up out of nowhere and be like, objection, I was the killer. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request.
For no reason. What? On what grounds, man?
He's like, well, he asked me to, so I guess I have to. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lamy Roar can't testify, we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
Bonk. This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Dink. I know it's supposed to be Donka, but I'm giving him an American accent. Well, a non-German accent. Danky. That's probably too far. I feel like even an American wouldn't say danky. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I would like to hear Fräulein Detective again. No, wait. Let me hear Lamy Roar's testimony one last time.
But the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
Oh, did I mess up? Did I fail? Oh. I'm sorry, I could not be of more assistance. Bonk. No! At last, back to the real trial. Did I screw that up? Or is that like... Ready, her forehead. I hope I didn't just miss my only chance. I have a save. I have a save. Experimenting with your hair, braiding and whatnot. Ooh, nice. I donated it too. Oh, that's really nice. I had a different friend who, they grew their hair out like all year, and they would just like that. They would shave it off and donate it all, which is really, really nice. So that's really nice that you did that. That's really nice of you. Fräulein Detective, how far have we gotten? And how far, oh my God, had we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted? Hi, Emma. I'm sorry you're back. I'm bad at this game. I didn't mean to bring you back, but I'm happy to see you at least. I'm sure a couple people are. I'm certainly happy to see you. Don't ask me. I dislike saying that same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latus's killer could have escaped was through the air vent down the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. Witness you was standing in front of it.
The air vent isn't very big, see? Kinda limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly see. I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant. And technically you and me. Technically you and me, regardless of if we could fit in the vent or not. Technically you and me. A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
Circumstances? Again? Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about this part.
She's right. Why did Mr. Latus's body disappear from the room and end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less. Perceptive observation here, Judge.
Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really.
Nah, you gotta take full credit for that, man. You work hard to earn... I don't know.
But you worked in this job long enough. You get a nose for things.
Oh my God. Oh, come on, man. Okay. The judge sure seems pleased with himself. Good. Good. Very good, Fräulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer? All right, here we go. What's your theory? I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamiror's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All of the evidence clearly points to the defendant. What do you mean his signature? Lamiror's song? Yes, the guitar serenade. You noticed its code too, did you not? Its code? All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys, my heart, held on so tightly were stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latus's life was taken by a bullet. The rest hardly needs an explanation. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were. Alright, I think it might be this guy until we meet someone. Because besides, who else would have known? The only people who knew about the song were Gavin, Latus, Lamiror, Machi, and Darian. Because other than that, no one else would have known about... I mean, maybe he did know about the song. But I would assume he probably would have known because he's the bandmate. So he'd been like, hey, I'm singing this song or whatever. Where was this found? Maybe they gave it to us. Yeah, I think Gavin gave it to us. So it must be like a brochure that everyone gets. So Darren probably has it too. Maybe everyone knows. Hey, you know what? I was the one who first noticed that. Yeah, good job.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs. But killing...
That's a good one. Let me get you... Oh, I don't have my sound effects turned on. Just imagine a laugh track in the background. Yeah, there you go. It's a wild world out there, Herr Judge. Bonk.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing. I really hope I didn't screw up and mess it up. The missing body. Right. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics? I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence. It is as Fräulein Detective says. Let us begin with the first verse. If you would, Fräulein Detective. What? You want me to sing it? You are the witness, yeah? Or do you want me to sing? I warn you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial. Fine, fine. Let's look at the first page. Why are we... I just read this. I don't need to read this again, guys. Alright. I'm gonna skip to this. We literally... I love how they just skip the entire bottom half of that page. Oh man! The 3D fire! Let's go! Man, that was funny. Alright, we know all of this. Bang! Wait, was she singing? Because she was like narrating. Alright. Mr. Latus. He was found up on the sky. Yatta. Okay. No series of coincidences could be covered so well conceived. He's right, scientifically speaking. What would Walkie have said? My concert was whack. I'm glad that you're thinking of him. Naturally redhead. Ooh, nice. Certain there's a lot of unfortunate little kids. Yeah, that's really cool. We love redheads. Let's go. It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that. Anyway, the shooter. Well, that was a little bit of a waste of time, but whatever. But I like to hear Emma sing. That's fun. Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all this? You want my scientific opinion? No clue. At least you're honest. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason. Deep reason. Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable acts even if he had a reason. And worse if he had none. The diva's complaints aside. The diva? You're calling him a diva? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Poor Gavin. But not poor Gavin. He's rich. I can't just imagine someone doing this just on a whim. Fräulein Detective, I take offense to that description. Bonk.
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say?
Yes, this crime was planned for sure. Yeah, duh. Okay. But Mr. Latus spoke English. He may have come to this country before. I looked into that, I assure you. Oh. It was his first time in this country, it seems. Apparently he learned English on his own. Great. You see? No one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion. I mean, it could have been him. I don't know. Who else could it be? Man.
It does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it publicly as a stunt. What did you say? He's like, wait, no, what? No, Gavin. Gavin, you didn't. You did not. No. There's no way Clavier killed. What? This is a joke, right? What did you say? He's like, no, dude.
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Are they all believing it? Of course not, and I'm quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. I don't know, man. Did you do it? Gavin. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music. That doesn't matter. They're even in my textbooks at school. What? Oh, because it's a propaganda song or band. And I never heard of them. What does that say about me? Well, it says that you're probably not in school anymore. So you probably don't read textbooks. At least not law textbooks. I was just kidding. Don't get so all worked up about it, Glimmer Boy. But it's just so crazy. It might work. Okay. He left his signature at the scene. What's his signature? What do you mean by his signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes. The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would have been difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim. No, you can't be serious. Oh, so they're saying that he couldn't hold the gun. Machi, he can't see. Oh, that's what they're dealing with. Okay. Thought it was because they said like the blowback of the gun is too powerful. It would shatter your wrist or something like that. That's why he missed? The only explanation. That makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly. That reminds me, the monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions by tracking by sound.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think justice, what do I do now? Yeah, let's just sit back and take a little, no, I'm kidding. We're gonna make a save, because I haven't made a save all night. So I need to keep slot number 3. So don't touch slot number 3. I'm gonna go back up to slot number 1 here. We'll raise an objection. Sure, there were bullet holes in the left in the wall, but that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh, how so? Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Okay, thank God. I'm glad that they actually said that. They said if they're not used to it. Because they made it seem earlier like it doesn't matter. It will always destroy your shoulder. Which is dumb. Because why would you create a gun that always destroyed your shoulder? That makes sense. I'm glad that they clarified if they're not used to it. Exactly. The defendant Machi Tabai is, as you can see, tiny. It's not hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim. No, wait.
Convincing argument, to be sure.
Take that, smug prosecutor. Apollo. Huh, what? That bit about Machi being tiny and the gun throwing him off his aim. Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it? Oh! It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was without a doubt the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Okay, maybe I should have sat back and watched, guys. Cripes, I really put my foot in it this time. But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fräulein Detective, bonk.
Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. Okay, here we go. The shooter was blind. Okay. Your Honor, what if the lights were off? You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that. Yeah, unfortunately. I wouldn't call it proof per se. Huh? You merely raised the possibility. Yeah, all of this is a possibility. All of this is possibilities. Fräulein Detective has made a most logical conjecture based upon the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence than just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent. But wait, if he was blind, how would he have known about the air vent in the first place? Ah, very good point. Well, Fräulein Detective, if you would care to explain, maybe he just felt the air. He certainly seems sure of himself. Really, the crime scene, if you would. Recall the crime scene, if you would. There was a stepladder below the air vent. I think it's a ladder. I don't think it's a stepladder. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents. I don't believe it. Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Machi Tabe. He would have known that there would be a way out at top of the stepladder. That's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? Why hasn't anyone told me? You could have figured it out yourself. What? No! How was I supposed to know there was maintenance scheduled for that day? That wasn't... Oh my god. You only needed to consider what the stepladder was doing there. Bonk.
Looks like the defense's objections has been squished by a stepladder.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Well, fair forehead. Out of ammunition, perhaps? I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he's caught onto the scent of my blood. Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know, what we need. We need something to prove the killer could see. That'll put him in his place. Proving the shooter was sighted would do it. It would take down one of their central points. Feel like I should make another save. Slot number 2. Have any evidence that can prove that though? Let's see. Death currently under review. Very cool. Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Investigation requests. Oh! I'm so dumb. He read the lyrics. Bro couldn't read the lyrics. I mean, unless somebody told him the lyrics, which is possible. How would he have read the lyrics if he's blind? I mean, I feel like that can't be it, right? That feels like a very Phoenix Wright-esque answer, though. I feel like that's probably it. No, we're gonna have ads soon. Yeah, we'll present evidence. We'll say that fine, I accept the prosecution's challenge. As I knew you would, Hair Forehead. What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because he couldn't see. Therefore, Machi, who's blind, did it.
The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
I was wrong. I was wrong!
I'm not sure that overturns anything, Mr. Justice.
Wrong evidence, I'm guessing. Apparently both love and justice are blind. I have to think there must be something, anything. Doesn't look so good, does it, Apollo? No, it doesn't. What do we do? First, we don't panic. Even though Machi's case is leaking water by the gallon, Gavin's on a roll, and it's up to me to stop him. Oh, so that just like starts over. Okay. All right, ads are starting. I hope you have some fun and entertaining ads. I will see you shortly and fill you in what you missed. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I don't know if I have any evidence here. I'm gonna try this one more time, but we'll take a look. What else would he have needed to see or read? That he wouldn't have needed to read. He could have felt around for the handgun. I really thought it was that, because I mean, he would have even read the lyrics, but I guess they're gonna say he. Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking is how did he get the gun? But it could also be he just felt around for it. But that is a good. That was my second idea. I'm just thinking if there was anything else. I don't think so, because like here, there's nothing he would have need to see. This is the dead guy. I can't think from like the. I was thinking like maybe how would he have walked over there or whatever. But I don't think there's anything based off of the location of that. So I guess we'll try the revolver, but it could also just be nothing. We'll see here. Yeah, okay, so it's not that. Okay. Alright, so right now we're just gonna not. We'll keep pressing. Maybe we'll get some more evidence, so let's go no need. Can't think of anything that proves the shooter could see. Your face does not exactly project confidence. Maybe you should just accept it and move on. Apollo, grow a backbone.
Very well, the witness may continue her testimony.
I couldn't even get a word in edgewise or Edgeworth. Okay. So now we loop around. And let's see if we can present something else. Okay. I believe Machi stole some lyrics. Stole the body because of some lyrics. Moved the body to match the song. No one in his country had a motive to kill him. Left his signature at the crime scene. I still don't get the crime scene one. From the state, I conclude... what if I present this, like, here? Objection! Okay, no. Maybe I am supposed to present something there? Because that is the last one to press. Do I have any evidence that proves that, though? I mean, I guess we'll have to try. How am I up against here? Okay. What does this say again? To ensure the efficiency and secrecy of our investigation, the bearer is hereby ordered to speak to no one outside the investigation. Any deed. That doesn't matter. We tried the gun, right? So let's, I don't know, let's try the poster. Okay. I might just, I don't know, because there's not too much evidence to try here. Because this isn't like part of the cross-examination. This is like inside a press. So, and this is the last press, so it's not like there's anything else to press out of here. So let's try this. Oh, could he have maybe not stolen because he wouldn't have been able to see the keys? No. No, not the keys. I would just be confused because, like, sometimes you can't actually do this. Sometimes you do need to, like, back out. But this feels very much like you need to. So I did that. Just want to know why the mixing board is there. What did this say again? It's not a safety pin, it's a danger pin. Okay. What else could it be? I don't know if I have anything. I mean, let's just see. Nope, it's not that. All right, let's just, I guess we'll move on. We'll try pressing some other stuff because I don't really think there's anything else I could do here. All right, continue the testimony. Look good. Doesn't. What do? We don't panic. Okay, there's really no hints there. Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match the song. No one in this country had a motive. I can't perceive any of these. I feel like maybe Emma can't be perceived. Or she wouldn't lie, I mean. At least not in this case. She has no reason to lie. Okay, that's what you believe. Move the body. I don't get it. I want to do more. What do you mean by the signature? The bullet hole in the wall. Okay, you mean he left. Okay. He's fired twice. The shot missed and left a hole in the wall. No more 5 feet between the shooter and the victim. Miss at that distance. You can't see. They were blind. Okay. Let's try pressing again and see what happens. Can't say he was blind just because of the bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that. Okay, it's the same loop here. I think it has to be this, but I just don't know what to prove here. How would he even known? And then he talk about the air vent. Or he couldn't have seen the step ladder. No, but they were told about it. Right? Is that what they say here? Everyone was told. Okay, everyone was told about the step ladder. Maybe he's got a scent of blood. Hello, don't you have anything? We need something that would prove the killer could see. I don't have anything. I presented the postcard, right? Did I present the brooch? I think I might just present everything. I might just do that. All right, so let me just reload here. Okay, so I'll just start presenting everything here. So we already presented the lyrics, but I'm gonna just do it again just to make sure maybe I accidentally hit the wrong one or something. Because I truly have no idea. I really thought it would be the lyrics. Yeah, no, so it's not that. I might make a save a little bit closer to this. We'll present evidence. Okay. Go to slot 4 here. I mean, what I meant was make a save in slot 4. Oops. How would he know where to go if he was in the vents? Yeah, I could see that. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how we would prove that though. That's the only thing. Because we don't have anything relating to the vents. Yeah, we don't have anything relating to the vents here. I mean, we can try this real quick. I think we already did this. Yeah, we already did that. Okay. I'm just gonna go in order. So we did this, so let's do the invest. I know some of these might be dumb, but you never know. You never know with this game. It's weird because it could be any of our ideas, but I just don't know how to prove it. And it could also be maybe we just genuinely like don't have the evidence for this and I have to press somewhere else, but I feel like this is it. Okay, we tried the gun. Gun doesn't do anything. Next is the brooch, right? Okay. Oh man, this is probably not going to be worth it. I don't think it's going to be anything. What else could it be? Is it the autopsy report? I read the autopsy report. What did that mean? Time elapsed. Blood loss due to 40. So yeah, it really does. It could also genuinely be like we have to do something else. Like one of the other presses or something. And try the autopsy report. Okay, no. It's a rodent. Hello. Thank you for the hydration and the koyuki. Alright, I mean, if it's not this, then it's literally nothing. And we wasted our time. What? All right, I'm getting the Hey, with hydration, how are you doing, Ronan? How is it this? What? How is it this? Is it because of the blood? Is it writing in the blood or something? I have no idea. What are they talking about? Is it because he couldn't have read that? I assume that wouldn't... Okay, let's see. Let's see. Annoyance pending, depending on how good this explanation is. If this isn't a good explanation, I'm going to be pretty upset. How are you doing, Ronan, though? Good to see ya. We just spent a long time figuring out this evidence here. I'm pouring another cup of tea. Who's enjoying Reverse 99? Let's go! Oh, and the Assassin's Creed. A peaceful Monday. That's nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
A photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. This is no time for me to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There was something in here that decisively contradicts prosecution's point. And perhaps you'd best show us the something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah? I don't like that line. I don't like that line at all. What are you talking about there? Bonk.
Very well, show us what you're talking about, Mr. Jess.
I guess it's the writing.
The contradiction at the scene of the crime is...
I guess it's this. But if this was... This wouldn't be for the killer. This would be for whoever found him. So, I don't know.
Take that!
The contradiction is right here. The smeared bloodstains. Or maybe he wrote it and it looked... It actually said his name and he smeared it because he read it and was like, oh, that's my name, I'm gonna smear it. Maybe? Was I supposed to get all that from smeared blood? Maybe? I don't know. Oh wait, it's totally Darien. You can see the A, there's a Y in there, there's an R. That's Darien. That's 100% Darien. D-A-R-Y. Yeah, A-R-Y. Maybe, I don't know about that first letter though. First one on the left. There's definitely a Y and an A. And a gap in between.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is erased above his head. Much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something. Aha! I get it. At least I think I get it. Get what, Fräulein? When Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write with the shooter's name? What would he write in it? What, but in his own blood? Pretty good, huh? Wait. Alright, here's the other thing I'm saying. Why would he say with his dying breath... Why would he say the Siren is a witness? Why wouldn't he say blank is the murderer? Why would he say this is the witness? Not if he knew who the murderer was to write it in blood. Why didn't he say it? Oh man, I'm sure that's gonna be a something. Ibuki, no, it could never be her. How dare you? How dare? How dare you? Thanks for making my point for me. Yeah, in fact, what I think is that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. Drat. I wish I hadn't. I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I. Are we all gonna figure it out? No one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this. You agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer. And the killer tried to rub the name out? What's your point? What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name? Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw it, it was... Wait.
Once he saw what it was.
But what did you just testify about the shooter? Alright, I guess it kind of makes sense. That was a bit of a leap. I don't think I ever would have guessed that. I was so set on him not being able to read the lyrics because he's blind. I feel like that was way better. But I suppose this is also good. But the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? Ooh, you know what? It's actually probably... Oh my gosh. Why did they skip lines? It's probably a good thing that La Mirror is in here, because I bet they would have said La Mirror went in to blur out the name so that she, you know, in the... because she wanted to protect Machi. So it's a good thing that she's not here right now. May I remind the court that the defendant Machi Tabai is blind. He couldn't have seen the shooter. Impossible. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order. Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what this all means.
No. No, I refuse.
I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now...
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Gaviniers are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred. During our concert, apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner. I'm not sure I like this vibe I'm getting here. Come on, don't drop some evidence. You can't just drop evidence halfway through the game. Come on, man. I was on a hot streak. Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Well, he always is. He's always like that. That's just who he is. Like he knows something we don't. He's about to tell us. I've got an idea. Let's rock with these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Fräulein detective. If I may. Contempt of evidence. Come on. I mean, to be fair, that's just the classic Phoenix Wright thing. That's classic Ace Attorney. Why put out all the evidence at once? That's just dumb. That's just dumb. What? Tell me. Why do you think that Machitabe is blind? Huh? What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course. He's blind. He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't La Mirror lead him around by the hand? Is it all fake? Was it all like a lie for publicity? No way. I have a report here on the defendant, Monty DeBay. According to this, Monty DeBay can see perfectly well. Come on, man. That's so dumb. That's pretty dumb. I kind of hate that. What? His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Virginians. I mean, I guess that makes sense because that's what they were doing with La Mirror. They said she couldn't speak English, but she could. Or she sort of could, you know? So I guess that makes sense. He could see quite well. But you said... What did I say exactly? Oh, don't you dare do this to me. Don't you dare word me. Hair forehead, not once in this court. Not once in this course of the trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did that was Fräulein Detective. Oh, you stupid little... Oh, Gavin. You're losing me, Gavin. You were my favorite. But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider Mati to buy C's. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet? Whoa, so can I read this? What do you mean, these documents? Where are these documents? Maybe I haven't got them yet. Yes, the bullet holes. I believe her forehead neatly explained those for us. Oops. Oh, he was waiting. No, he couldn't miss because he couldn't see. It was a kickback from the 45 caliber rifle. A simple accident, in other words. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has flown off the brightest, just flown off of brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, Hair Forehead. Yarg! Wait, this is where it begins? No! What do you mean begins? I knew you didn't have what it took. You jerk. Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? No. I like you. It wasn't comic. It was for epic. Yeah, apologize. Sorry. There's no way to apologize. He's angered the Trucy now. Look out. Yeah, she'll put you in a magic show.
Everyone, please end the bickering now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case that if it kills me. Don't, please, Emma. Please don't raise any death flags. You're my favorite sidekick. I can't live without you, Emma. Don't raise any flags.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
I don't say that. Aha. Aha, what? This bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right? That seems to be what happened, yeah? We might be able to find out what was really written here. Really? You can do that? That's right. With this. What? It's called luminol. What? No, that's not gonna help figure out. But it's all over the place. Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood. Ah, yeah, we have done these tests yet. Or have we done these tests yet? Ha! As if I'm gonna tell you. The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, the section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request in here in court right now. Okay. Right, go for it, Apollo. Huh? I have to do the test? You want to do this job. Why are you making me do it? You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere. Bonk.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
Right? Ready? Easy as pie. Press A to spray the area. Give it a try. The eyes of the entire court are focused on me. Apollo, your hand shaking. Let's do this. Spray. Oh, it's a code. Let us examine. Wow, it really works. I don't know how this works, but I guess it works. This must be the power of science. It says IP, it's an IP address. XX314206. Guys, they found my IP address. It's over. IP XX312206. Okay, cool. Is that the killer's name? Yeah, it's a very niche username. It's a gamer tag, not his gamer tag. Ah, I have it. It was a killer robot. Good. It was Elon Musk's. Is it his daughter or something? I don't know. I don't know the meme, man. So what is it? Thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean The International Police Agency. Okay, so it was him. It was him. Yeah, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. Why would he write that number? Well, just look up the number and there you go. This case should be over. Why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that? Good show, Fräulein Detective. Rock on. Eh? Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand. Oh man, they're just doing it? Hi, Darian. Darian, you heard what we need. Go, check the Interpol ID number. Oh, it's his. So he's gonna type in his own. He's like, no, I don't wanna. I gotta go. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27. 27? He's running away. He's running away.
I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. And if this number really is of that Interpol agent.
Oh, wait. I know. What if Machi Tebe is really an undercover Interpol agent? That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol and ID number? Well, he probably was part of it. That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we await Darren's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machi Tebe. What are you talking about? Fräulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. Yeah, so you should have corrected her immediately. You knew the whole time. Man, that's so mean. Seemed too much of a bother to tell you. You had me until that last bit. Does this not raise a rather straightforward question? Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see? Exactly. Makes a little sense. What do you think, Hair Forehead? I think it was just a marketing ploy. I mean, there was the real Stevie Wonder or something? I don't know. There's been a bunch of blind pianists. Huh? Me? Machi Tebe pretended to be blind. Or pretended he was blind. Do you know why? How could he know? Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he? He knows for the start. He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on this whole time. Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is some kind of game? Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does this have to do with anything? There was a reason why Machi Tebe pretended to be blind. But it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now? It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence to show why the defendant...
No, I can't. I don't know. Stop making me prove this. Gavin knows. I don't know. But if I just say I don't know, I'm just gonna be like, no, you do it. I don't know. I have no idea. Hair Forehead, I'm disappointed in you. Unless you're merely feigning stupidity. I am feigning stupidity. I totally don't. Keep it up, wise guy. Recall the relationship with Lamirar and Machi Tebe. In particular, their arrangement over the years for visiting our country. Okay, cool. So he will answer for us. That's nice of him. Lamirar and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind, or so we thought. She led him at all times. All times.
All times,
Yet we know that Machi could see perfectly well. Why keep up the charade? That's right, I said charade. That's right, Clavier would say charade.
Well, wasn't it part of their performance?
There's a simpler explanation, Herr Judge. Nachi did not need to be led by the hand, which means... you don't mean... Is that his mom? I do. It was the other way around. Lami Roar is blind? What? That can't be right. No. She literally walked out of the courtroom alone. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lami Roar.
What? What's this? So you mean to say that Lami Roar she's
blind as a bat? What? No, that's stupid. She literally walked out of the courtroom alone. We said, okay, we don't need you. They didn't say, well, let me help you down. She just walked out. What do you mean she's blind? That can't be that. No, that's not it at all. Because she saw the bullet. Okay, this is a lie. This is a lie. She saw the bullet holes. She saw how he was killed. What? What? No. That's a lie. That's a lie. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order! This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter, sound or something? Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lami Roar herself? I believe she's still in the witness waiting room. Apollo, what does this mean for our case? I hope that this is a lie. That's really dumb. I mean, maybe I should go back and rewatch some of the VODs to see if she did anything that would make her seem blind, but like everything, like there's a lot of stuff that she did. I feel like we would have noticed. Yeah, I need some medical documents, but I also want some evidence. Like, we should have known, like, blind people, they act a certain way because like they can't like look at you properly, or like, I mean, maybe even if you're up, you know, you've been blind your whole life, you've been practicing to assimilate and everything, there's just stuff you can't do, you know? We should have noticed that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I like this twist. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Don't ask me. I had no idea she can see. I hadn't even imagined it until now. Bonk.
Bailiff, bring in Lami Roar.
Okay. Lami Roar? It pains me deeply to call you before us again this way, and yet I must. Please do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes, she really can't see, really? It is true. I don't like that. I think honestly the big thing about this for me is the two twists, where the big thing that I'm having a problem with in this game is it's not the fact that the twists happen. Honestly, I guess the more I think about it, maybe it's not that bad that the people who are blind are the opposite, you know? I think I'm upset because there's no way we could have deduced that. The only reason we know is because Gavin is telling us. Where most of the other twists, even if somebody else tells us, you can figure it out through your evidence well before, or like it's a slow path. But here, Gavin just knew from the beginning. And that's not like satisfying, because it's just like, look at this twist that you know, as opposed to you dawning upon it. You know, where you like go through the whole case and then you realize, oh my God, it was the other way around. But if Gavin just tells you, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you tell us earlier? That's dumb, you know? It doesn't hit as hard if somebody just tells you the answer. Which, I mean, it depends. Like if I'm playing a game and I'm stuck, then I'm like, okay, somebody tell me the answer. But I mean, from a storytelling, I think that's kind of dumb if they just tell me a big twist like that. Like, I actually knew the whole time, and I'm telling you now. We didn't even figure it out ourselves. I don't know how I feel about that. How funny it is that a tiny lie in the Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamiror. Know too that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamiror.
I see.
You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial, Hair Forehead. What's that? I believe I said it. It was unfortunate that this crime had no direct witness. Ah. Now let me roll. That's dumb. So he did know from the beginning. That's not like a fun, like, withholding of evidence. You know, like, when Phoenix, like, in the first one, he knew the answer from pretty much the very beginning. But, like, he led Apollo to come up with it on his own. And here, Gavin just, like, I knew the whole time, and I'm not gonna let you figure it out. Here's the answer. That's kind of dumb. Now, Lamiror, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. I mean, it was. You did. May I begin, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, of course. Though I admit I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a little bit lost here, Your Honor. Bum, 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 bum. Lamiror's eyes. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize, it was part of my contract, you see. Okay. I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music everywhere is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would. She told us the truth at the beginning. When she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
Like to cross-examine. But what is there left to ask? Was one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it's best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself. Bro, speaking of thinking for yourself, you just told me the answer. Come on.
Very well, then. The defense may proceed. However, be aware that this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. There was only one part that bothered me. Let me just ask about that and I'll be happy. So am I gonna get punished for pressing again? I always hate when they do this. So I'm gonna have to make a save here. I think we're past the hard part, so let me reset a save here. Okay. So will I get punished for pressing here? So, you don't know why you went blind? I do not. I may have been born this way, in fact. It's fruitless to attempt to pry into her past. And I might add, it's a delicate subject.
I'm not sure we can reasonably expect Mr. Justice to do anything delicately.
Hey, why I oughta... take a deep breath and calm down. What I am now is all that I have. It is enough, I think. Okay, so they will let me press everything. I think they might have only done that for one trial where you actually got punished for pressing. And I think it was the Mo trial, because if you pressed him, he would just make jokes and everyone got mad at Phoenix. So they were punishing him if you pressed on the wrong line. But it looks like they just stuck to one case, like one specific cross-examination. So that was kind of funny. Weren't you nervous to hit the stage in your condition? No, not at all, surprisingly. It felt natural, singing in front of everyone.
It's not something just anyone can do.
She has talent, that much is quite clear. You might even say she's beloved by the gods of music. Even without light, I live perfectly happy in my world of sound. If that is talent, as you say, then I think the gods responsible. What about your PR motto? Perhaps your music reminded him of Borginian scenery. No, it was quite the opposite. The opposite? According to my producer, my music has a certain global quality.
Global?
Multicultural, if you will. Hard to pin in one region. When people listen to it, they picture the country closest to their hearts. Which is why my music has reached so many. What a lovely story.
It sounds like this producer might have known what he was doing after all.
My songs are nothing more than a white canvas. To me, the real landscape painters are the listeners. When I think of that, I do not mind how I am represented to the world so much. Yet one thing quickly led to another. Hold it! What was that to protect your image as the landscape painter in sound? That does not matter so much to me, really. But the label is quite concerned about it, I think. And landscape painter who can't see, it's like a pianist who can't play, huh? That's like my dad.
I'm not sure you can compare your father to Lamiroar. Yeah, probably not too comparable.
The world of commercial music is filled with these little white lies.
That's not a white lie. That's a pretty insane lie.
That's like the level of the Helen Keller made it all up kind of, stuff. So it's definitely not a white lie. Hold it! When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latouche? Of course, he was my manager. So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what's bothering you, young defense attorney. You're thinking of when you discovered the body, yes? Is he right, Apollo? Yes, I was.
Because he said he was a witness, right?
No,
I don't know what I gave him.
He's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Cold, so cold. Witness.
You're cold. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Oh, the witness can't see. Okay. Hang in there. Tell me who was the witness.
The witness. It's Siren.
Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind. I don't know.
Tisk tisk.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There's no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of the last words once more.
The witness, Siren. We heard them many times along with a little play acting by our defense.
Oh, he was acting it out. That's kind of funny. I remember them well myself, but that statement is not what I referred to. Yeah, right before it where he says I can't see. I mean what he said before that. Before? What came before that? Ah! That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness. Okay, that at least shows that I was planned from the beginning. But I still don't like the way they revealed it with Gavin just saying, yeah, there we go.
I see.
Too bad the defense did not. Well, Hair Forehead, try relaxing and looking at the facts next time.
Well, now what? Bonk. Order, order.
Recall Lamiroar's earlier testimony. Dude, this has been, I think this is like the first trial where we are truly getting destroyed. Like, I don't think we've had a single win in this entire trial. I mean, Phoenix has had, and Apollo has had some like rough cases, but this is just, I don't think we've had a single good moment. We've been destroyed every single time. Recall Lamiroar's earlier testimony. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
I'm getting tired. But she couldn't have heard the gunshots. Though I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point here. The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through the window. We have ads soon. Why else would he have named her as the witness? Ah, but I really did hear them. 2 gunshots and the man's voice. Oh, so that was them saying she doesn't remember. She doesn't forget voices because that's how she remembers them. Okay, because she's blind. Fortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run this simulation, of course. But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Bailiff, Your Honor. What is it, Bailiff? Can't you see we're in a session here?
We have the results back from the investigation.
The investigation?
Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Well, let's hear it. We'll continue this cross-examination afterwards.
And you know what? That's perfect. Perfect timing. I'm going to take a little bathroom break while the ads run here. It's going to be a little 2.5-minute ad break. I hope the ads are entertaining. But hey, during the ad break, stand up. Go walk around. Drink some water. You know, take a little break too. And I'll be here when you get back. Okay? I'll BRB. All right, welcome back from ads. Are you all ready to see who did it? Who did the crime? Let's find out. Detective Crescend. Crescend? Is that his last name? Oh, it is Crescend. Your report, please. That's the voice. I'm assuming that's what she's gonna say. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. It was my number. Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romian Latus. Oh. He wrote his own number? A Romain Latus. I don't know why I said Romian. Forgot the stupid pun. What? Even Gavin doesn't know. Okay. Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latus himself. He apparently was in the middle of an operation. So when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latus was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lamiror's manager was just the cover, most likely. There's one other important detail I found. Okay, so it probably is not Darian. I probably should let him go. But I can't let him go. Well, no, because Lamiror would be like, oh, I recognize that voice. That's the guy. Well, out with it. It concerns the .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Latus. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent or on an undercover cop op. Undercover cop op. Cop op. I can speak, guys. I wonder how that ties into everything. It's got to tie in somehow, you'd think. Yeah, somehow. Bonk.
Thanks for looking into it. That for us, Detective Crescend, it's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Oh my god. Please, was I right? Wait.
Lamiror, is something the matter?
Oh my god, here it is. That voice just now. Darian? Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
Oh my god, let's go! I mean, yeah, we have no other people. It has to be him. You aren't saying... That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latus when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Darian. It was some kind of... Is this some kind of joke? What? No way. He's like, what? Me? Oh no, not me. I would never go. The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state. The trial had to be temporarily suspended. What? I'd never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lamiror finger... Okay. Come on, Capcom. What are we doing with this sentence? Lamiror fingering Darian Crescend? Come on. You know what you did, Capcom. Bad Capcom. Come on, man. This is a family... Well, it's not family friendly. There's a lot of murder in it. But you know what I mean. Come on, man. Not only is he the guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been this voice his voice Lamiror heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. Hey, no wimping out now, Apollo. I guess. We're taking a break. Oh, man. I need a bathroom break. He needed one, too. I guess we'll keep going. Save complete. Oh, my gosh. Next chapter. Oh, we are like... Okay, so that was just the end. Wait, what? Alright, I don't know. This is a pretty weak case. This might be probably my least favorite case in the whole series so far. They just, and usually it's like, all right, well, clearly we need more investigation, so we'll pause for today. But they're saying they fully suspended the case because, oh, it was chaotic. What? We'll come back tomorrow when everyone's calmed down. What do you mean? They didn't even say anything. They just said, "Oh, that happened off screen." I don't know. This is a super. I'm not. I was excited. This trial is real. That trial was not good. I don't know. That was meh. It was definitely the worst one. All right, let's see if it gets better. July 9th, 2:12 p.m. Right? Anything agency. Hey, Apollo. What? Well, you know, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Do you want to go see your dad? Out with it. The suspense is giving me an ulcer. Well, you know, the trial is today. I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give? Probably, after what I just said, give it like 30%, 30 out of 100. I'm really not enjoying this case. I have to get through it, guys. Thank you for the hydration, team. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We are struggling through this one. All right, hold on a minute. Oh, did I crash on Twitch, guys? Am I live on Twitch? Yeah, I think I'm live on Twitch. Anyone on Twitch say hi, hello? I think we're good. Yep. Okay, we're good. All right. I need to reboot my modem after this. I am live. Yes, thank you, team. You are sleepy. I'm also getting sleepy. This case is putting me to bed. It's not putting me to bed. It's not boring. It's just, I don't know. It's just not it. They're doing a lot of weird stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Good job. But we'll get through it. And honestly, it was just that trial. Maybe the next trial would be better. But yeah, no, I need to reboot my modem. It keeps pooping itself, so I'll do that after stream. Hopefully it'll survive. I guess I could lower the quality, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right, anyway, what score do you want, Trucy? I'm giving it about a 30. About a 30. Score? Gee. Guess what, maybe, well... I'm just as bad as you. See? It's so vague. Is this meta? Is this meta joke? Does Capcom know that they made a pretty bland case, so they're like, well, let's just make a joke about it. Guys, we tried. We couldn't make this interesting, but it needs to be done for the sake of the story. Sorry. I don't think it is. Clearly. Machi avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Well, I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked the Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll I'm sure you'll find the answer intriguing. IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Lattice. And the victim, Mr. Lattice. Who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. And we don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Amiror told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Lattice when I heard the gunshots fired. Well, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you saying hi. Have a good lurk, team. It was him. It was Mr. Darien. Alright, well, I have to catch up on Gear's messages. My bad. Fingering, pointing them out. Oh, no, I know what they meant to say, Gare. I definitely know what they meant to say. But you can't phrase it like that. You can't. You don't use that word. You don't use fingering in that sentence. You don't. You say pointing them out. There's no way you use that word. It's so dumb. Yeah, it was. They knew what they did. They knew what they did. Because I think there was another. I mean, there was a whole Trucy's panties thing, you know. So they definitely are. They're taking some interesting turns in this series already. They're making it. You know, they're making some more crude jokes. For sure, which I don't know. I think it's fine, but I'm mostly joking. But like, I don't know. They probably shouldn't have done that. Hey, it's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. What do you mean? It's your job. It's your job to solve mysteries. What do you mean you don't? Man. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around. He's dead. He's dead. No! Phoenix is dead. What? Is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? Yeah, he just walks in. I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save today. Oh, but he's... I guess I'm the main character of this game, I suppose. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine, right. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate. That's the spirit. So we're just investigating now? Okay, I guess we're investigating now. That just feels like such a... And investigation. You know, like, no, there's no, like, transition or anything. All right, what's up? Darian did it. Namiwar dropped a bomb in court today. It was Darian. Namiwar said that she's never forgotten a voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. What does it mean? Let's take a look. Remember every voice you hear. I don't know if it has like a term. Spelled voice wrong, that's good. Oh, all right, it's just everyone referencing the line from Star Wars Episode 9. I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head. No, I'm not talking about that. Auditory hallucinations. That's also what I'm looking up. Voices in psychosis. Here we go. Maybe we'll get something here. All right, this is like an entire thesis article. I'm not gonna read all this. Okay, I don't care anymore. I've learned enough. You know what? It's Palpatine. It's always Palpatine. Palpatine did the murder. That's what I learned today. Always comes back to Star Wars with me. Oh man. And she has to be wrong this time. Wait, what? Why does she have to be wrong? Hello? There we go. Okay. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darian even? You bet I did. He's one of Gavinier's guitarists after all. He's so cool. Oh. Oh, Trucy. Oh, I get it. Right. All the Gaviniers have a rock-solid alibi. You couldn't have shot Mr. Latouche backstage. But... Oh. Well, no, he's not the singer. I was gonna say, maybe she heard him through the speakers, you know? Maybe she heard him through the speakers, but if he's not a lead singer, he's a guitarist. She heard Darian backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. An Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyway? Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead of making up some silly name? Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating Lamy Roar? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a plumbed coin at 50 paces. Not if they're really, really good. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. Yeah. Yeah, like honestly, look, if they had used fingering about playing guitar, I think I would have been less, I wouldn't have cared, because that's actually what it's called. No, I don't, honestly, I don't mind the overthink. You've seen me yap about you've seen me go on stupid tangents. I don't mind the overthinking. I like the overthinking, so the more overthinking, the better. But no, I totally, if they had used fingering in the context of him playing the guitar, I would have got it. But they were using it in the context of like, I'm pointing out you, which is like such a weird, you know, like it would be like Phoenix Wright saying, I fingered you, you know, like that doesn't make sense, right? That, why would you, but if it was like Darian fingered his guitar, that would make sense, you know? I totally, you know, it was a weird one. They knew what they did, but I appreciate the overthinking. Keep it up. That's something being our case. The last something, I mean. Something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latouche up to? Ah ha ha ha! Is that Gavin? Trucy? Was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. You can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. What's he got? Oh, it's you! I completely forgot this man existed. I completely forgot you existed. Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Gramarye. I'm no Gramarye. Gramarye. Hey, the other day. This is the guy. Yeah. Twitch is watching us gare. Twitch does not like. I blame Capcom. If I get banned, I'm suing Capcom. That's what I'm doing. We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. Why do you say hardly? That implies that you know him slightly. We meet again. Nice to meet you. Who are you? Could you please stop smirking like that? He's not smirking at all. It's you, Uncle Valent. Uncle? Uncle Valent? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Gramarye. Valent Gramarye. The Grand Magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valent Gramarye, as seen on television. Ah, yes. That's how I feel right now. The he or he dead. And could you stop smirking? He's not smirking! Apollo, he's not smirking! He's just existing. It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valent. You look exactly the same. Aw, look at that smile. She's so cute. I hate to intrude, but what is the great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may shears the sight, I'm quite down to earth when need calls. He does have a certain aura to him, that's true. He's aura farming. Why did I say that? That's cringe. And let's ask him about the case too, or Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. She's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all, Uncle Valent's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. What? Daddy? You mean Mr. Right? No, I mean my real daddy. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was wondering when we were gonna bring that up, because I was like, there's no way Phoenix had a child. She is adopted. So, well, here we go. Oh man, dead dad. No, not the dead dad. Oh, Trucy's real father? Yeah, you. What do you mean, Truth Brahmas or on like that? Troop Grimarye. Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about Troop Grimarye. Troop Grimarye? Grimarye, huh? No. It does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life. Lamentably listless lad. To not know of the greatest troop of magicians on the planet. Valent Grimarye. The name began to surface in my mind. It was the name I'd heard on television as a child. You bet you've heard the name. He made the cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Alright, that second one doesn't sound like a magic trick. Second one just sounds like terrorism. Are you a terrorist? Did you just blow? That's not a magic trick. Detonating an amusement park is a crime. Cruise ship disappearing, I could see magic trick, whatever. Questioning where all the people went, but what do you mean you blew up an amusement park? Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe. Okay, so you are just a criminal. And then he escaped from a high security prison. Okay. You said he's a magician? I opened the locks the hearts chained by mediocrity. This is the true miracle of the Troop Grimarye. Wait. What, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else? Like a duo? A duo? Yeah, you had a partner. Oh. I get a feeling this Trucy's dad. Something Grimarye. Yes, Zach Grimarye. A masterful maker of magic, a capable crafter of shining showmanship. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy? Oh, no way! Well, here we go. Once upon a time, Troop Grimarye included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valent Grimarye, and my partner, Zach Grimarye. And this Zach was... He is my real daddy. Trucy's father, a magician. Well, I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it, now that he's gone. Oh, man. Why do we have this goofy music? This is sad. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I've got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Okay. Well, then I'm good for comic relief at least. Not that I see daddy around much these days. Now I am the daddy. Now I am your new father. I must remiss. I'm remembering for my reason for my visit. Reasons? 2, in fact. First being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valent. I'm sure you are. Not one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Coliseum. Coliseum? I think that's not Coliseum. It's Coliseum or something. Doesn't Coliseum have like 2 L's or something? The first time in 7 years. I couldn't feign not my emotions. I wept oceans. And to learn you now defend the poor pianist, that blinded boy. It was a hot topic of talk among the staff, you know. And defend him you did. Oh, she did her blep. She did her blep. I love the blep. Well, it wasn't all my doing. It was Most certainly not all you're doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually. My other reason for coming here today was this. That's a videotape. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, guys. This game is old. This game is old. Oh, guys, it's a period piece. Oh, man. I'm old. Rest in pieces. Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. I brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Troop Grammari. Will you watch it? Sugar, sugar. All that night in your embrace. It's like a 2D rendition. It's like a different version. Okay, here's the 3D. These 3D models are so jank. I love it. Why didn't they just like hire a voice actor to sing? Because now we just have this like weird... Oh man, I don't need a close-up of her face. Man, they really... This really was their first time making a 3D model for real. It's Egyptian technology. No. No. Hey, this one has sound effects now. That's kind of cool. Yatta. Guitar, guitar. Lovely's just like, no, my guitar. Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. So, what's the word, mysterious? There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. Ah ha ha ha. This valiant Grammari has good reason to be here today. I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. Alright, added. Okay, nice to meet you, but I'm getting the heck out of here. Bye. July 9th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Machi may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right, the air vent. And he lied. Lied? Machi to buy conceit. So, can you see me? Boo! Oh, wait, no, that's voice stuff. Bad. Ah, Machi. Speak of the devil. He looks like he's doing okay. I forget. Why did we come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Honestly, yeah. I'd just be in silence for the next hour of stream. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just kidding. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. So, what's good? So, what'd you think of the trial today? Phew, I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind at the trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win. No, if he's found not guilty, we win. Machi might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Man. Huh? Oh, can we like perceive? How is he lying? He's not talking. I'm glad Lamiror testified. What a great person. She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect. Darian of the Gaviniers, the detective. Wonder if Machi knows what happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all. No one told him there's a new suspect. How would he know? Hey, what is it, Apollo? Oh, it's nothing. Are you controlling this? It must be. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that. I don't know. Machi, he doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Virginian. He doesn't speak English. Oh my god, dude. Is that the thing? Is everyone from Virginia lies? Is that like the thing? Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's a malfunctioning. We're scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Once he lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. Beat him up. No, I'm kidding. Throw the bracelet at his face. Should ask him. I think I'll take something big to get him, or to get to him, some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Machi. Nope, I have one more. So, Machi, you can see, right? Machi can see and Lamiror can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're gonna get any information out of Machi. Which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. Alright, but before we go, we gotta say hello to my favorite character. Steven. Your name is Steven today. The security guard. He stands here watching this room. His eyes when he looks at Machi are gentle. Maybe he has a kid the same age. Steven, you have a kid? I didn't know that. Some Steven lore. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, this is cool. This is the outside. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Whoa, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. Sleuthing. Also, is this the first time we've had like people in the background? Well, no, I guess we literally just had the man, the myth, the legend, Devin. But it's like we've had like low quality people in the background. Very cool. Thank you, Nappy. Join the Discord. It's fun. Woo, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. Weather matters for an investigation? Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure. Let's get started, shall we? Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. Aw, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I'm a lawyer. Well, unfortunately for you, there is a Phoenix Wright stage play. I believe it's a music. I don't think it's a musical, but it is stage play. So you could be up on the big stage. Although it's about Phoenix Wright, not Apollo Justice. And you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, objection? Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Can examine. Balloon! Oh, it's the blue badger. What's that creature there? Ooh, that's the police mascot, the blue badger. Eh, it's life size. Haven't you seen them around town patrolling the streets? Yes, now even Law and Order has a mascot. I'd run from that thing even if I wasn't a criminal. Why does its head wobble like that when it walks? It's all based off of the original design made by Gumshoe. It's freaky. I don't think you're showing the true blue badger spirit, Apollo. I don't think you've been brainwashed by the police. A stage play? Yeah, there is a stage play of it. I haven't watched it, but I've seen clips of it. It's really, the clips I've seen is really funny. I need to watch it someday. I just don't know where to find it. Look, a massive sign for the Guilty as Charged tour. Giant prosecutor Gavin stares out over the arena. Oh, maybe I can take it to the office when they're done with it. Where would you put it? You can even get that thing through the front door. And I'll put it outside. I bet it'd be good for business. Just as long as no one comes expecting us to prosecute. Well, if anyone comes looking for concert, leave it to me. Is this part of some twisted plan of hers to make her singing debut? I wonder. She's so silly. Sunshine I'm just going to call it a Coliseum. I don't think that's how you're supposed to pronounce this, but I'm just going to call it Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum sure is living up to its name today. It's huge. And Mr. Gavin got to play on that enormous stage. I'm so jealous. Someday I'll fight my first battle on this stage. Battle? Well, yeah. It's Coliseum, isn't it? They don't do gladiatorial contests at these places anymore, Trucy. Really? I had no idea. I wonder why they stopped. Oh, Trucy. Sometimes I worry about her. Hey, and she worries about you. Because you guys are best friends. Guilty as charged, Gavineers. There's a blimp! Look, a blimp! Those balloons next to it have a sponsor ads on them. Let's see. Big sale. All shirts 50% off. Oh, it's an ad for the department store next door. That's not what it says. That's not what it says. Not what it says. It says live tour. At least. What? I'm gonna watch him. Looks funny. Yeah, it's really funny. It's goofy. It literally says live tour. Maybe it's on the other side. Okay, let's go inside. July 9th, backstage hallway. Ah, Mr. Attorney. Let me roar. I'm sorry about today. There's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Machi. Are you okay? Alone, I mean? Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. We weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh? You must have great ears. Ears that heard the crime taking place. Or so she claimed yesterday, but how? Let's find out. That was quite the statement you made in court today. About the hearing Darian crescendo, like crescendo. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know. I just telling you guys, yeah, guys, that's funny. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. That is funny. Crescendo. Please laugh at their, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I need to stop. Oh man, how did I just get that? Does Clavier? I mean, the only thing I can think for Clavier is there's an instrument called the clave. But it's, I think it's spelled with a C. Clave. Yeah, they're spelled with a C. I don't think that has anything to do with it. But yeah, crescend is like crescendo, which means to get louder. Interesting. About hearing Darian Crescend's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name, but I never forget a voice. Wait.
Let me roar, is something the matter?
That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it. No way! As I said it in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latouche were talking about something. The next moment I heard the gunshots. Why didn't you call out security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined gunshots might be real. And I was quite in a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So it really was Darian's voice she heard. Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. I met Machi before my debut as La Mirror. I was singing in a restaurant in Virginia. And he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see? Ah, no. It wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see, and all the while acting in as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write with his finger on the palm of my hand to signal to me or things I should know. He is smart, a gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Machi would never harm a soul. Maybe he's the secret agent as well. That's the twist, yeah. I hope not. About Mr. Latouche. Ah, yes, he was an Interpol agent, I hear. So you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. Someone was after him. I had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume that he was investigating me, but why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it's not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. Because of my condition. My present veiled in darkness. So too is my past clouded from memory. Clouded, right. Yeah, she lost her memory or something? The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies within my heart. In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became La Mirror. I woke from my darkness into darkness, you might say. I was singing in a restaurant those days. What was it then? What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming La Mirror is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of the Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? It also could be maybe somebody else was trying to get you, and this was like protection or something. Maybe she's like a secret asset or something. Do you think your past might be related to the case? No way, that seems really unlikely to me. Oh, you've never played a Phoenix Wright game, have you, Trucy? Just wait. Just wait. I mean, you're such a sweet person, La Mirror. I thank you. Machi too tells me this often. When I fear who I might have been. Well, there's so much here. I guess we'll start with the Gavineers room. Okay. I'm so exhausted. I might call it a little early, to be fair, because I don't just want to yawn all night. All night long. Alright, let's present some stuff then. Oh, let's share the tape. You took a look at your performance again. It was even better than the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. What was it? That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently they had hired a professional magician. Oh, so he was why you teleported. Valent Gramarye. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Gramarye made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. I think I talked about this in the Maximilian Galactica case, but in the case of, I think there's been like 1 or 2 cases where a magician and like a crime happened at the same time, and it depends. It depends in a court if you have to reveal the secret or not. You are able to reveal it in private, and it's not just to ruin the illusion. It is mostly due to like copyright and like trade secret stuff, you know. It would be like, for example, if like Coca-Cola had to release their recipe in court. It could be done under the right circumstances, but you know, there is a possibility where they could say no, you can't do that because that's like, he invented the trick. So if you give him, you know, you'd be giving away like a patented secret or something like that, which they make money off of. So this is technically holdable in a court of law. Anyway, the ads are starting. I will see you in a bit. I will catch you up with what you missed, but hey, if you don't want to watch the ads, stay over on YouTube, or you could sub on Twitch. That'd be fun. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know. I'm reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Yeah? When I was walking this way before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this device? That's been lying here since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I might... What? What'd you say? I thought as much. What? What do you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during the concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to that for you then. We'll give it to the prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's the best. Thank you. So, can I put it on? Oh my god, Trucy. Headset attached to Trucy? What do you mean, headset attached to Trucy? Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo. You might be. We'll put it on Mr. Hat then. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Let's take a look. 10-4, little buddy. This is Trucy reporting. Over. Why this sudden silence? No one answered. Don't be silly. What good is a receiver that doesn't receive? It's like Emma not performing forensic investigations. You make her sound like she's some kind of forensic investigation machine. Well, she was. Oh, in her prime. Poor Emma. She's just silly. Unless she's a super high-tech android that runs on snackoos. I think that's probably the whole thing here. Oh, wait, can we look at this? Oh, that's just the whole... Okay. Can it present it to you? Ask you about this headset, Lamirar? You said that all concert staff were wearing one. Alright, welcome back from ads, everybody. We got a headset. We got a headset, and we attached it to Maya. Now Maya has a headset. She's a real gamer. But no, apparently all the staff has this headset, so we might hear some stuff. That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members, too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them, too. What do you call them, his lackeys? What do you mean, his lackeys? They're quite helpful, though. Limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. Stronger the signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. Oh, is that when you heard his voice? Did you hear his voice through the headset then? You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communication lifeline. So why was this one lying here? Let's go on stage, I guess. We'll quickly go through these. She played so beautifully. Yeah, like a real pianist. That's just silly. Apollo, how can you say someone as good as Machi is a piano? Okay. We've done all this here. I don't see anything new. Oh, I still can't believe we found them on top of that tower. Yeah, I used to not like high places. Now I hate them. It's not like it would have been nicer if we found the dead body any closer to the ground. Oh, that reminds me. Daddy's bad with heights too. Huh? No kidding. Oh man, he took me on a Ferris wheel ride a while ago, you know? Halfway through, his face got all green and mumbled. He mumbled objection over and over. Oh man. Oh man. Man. The pain. Poor guy. Still can't. Okay. No, that's a big instrument case. That's the case. Okay, for a contrabass. We already talked about that. You could fit 5 Trucies in there. Okay, we're gonna talk about the missing guitar. That's the ladder we used to climb up the stage tower. Not a moment I'm likely to forget anytime soon. Me neither. Yeah. That's 2 dead bodies she's found. I mean, it was the same body, but in 2 different locations. Ah, Trucy. Well, hey, Pearl saw her first dead body at the age of 8, so... And it was her mom! Actually, no, I don't think Pearl saw the dead body of the mom. Pearl did see a dead body, though. Didn't she? No, she did. Yeah, Pearl totally did see her mom's dead body at the age of 8. So, yeah. Ah, the Phoenix Wright assistants. I think Emma definitely saw a dead body. She's the forensic scientist. But yeah, Pearl probably had it the worst. Well, no. Maya's was pretty bad because she had her sister. Oh, wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. Pearl's mom didn't die. And she was sentenced to prison. Pearl's aunt did. It was Maya's mom. Dude, it's been so long. It's been so long. It's because I consider Pearl and Maya sisters, right? They're really part of the same family, all right? They're sisters, but still. No, yeah, Maya had her sister die in her arms, basically. So that's pretty messed up. But hey, at least Trucy didn't have anyone she knew died. Wait. Never mind. Her dad died. We don't know how her dad died, but her dad is dead, so... I take it back. These games are fun, aren't they? I'll never be able to climb up another tower again without thinking about it, you know? She's like, ah, yes, the dead body will haunt me for the rest of my life. Why am I doing this? I'm 15. I'll never be able to climb a tower again, period. Do it. Do it. Look at all the electronics. They must be sound related. Seem like, okay. Just fiddle with them? Don't fiddle with them. No. Alright, I think we're good here. Let's go to the dressing room. Ah! July 9th, La Miroir's dressing room. Emma, what are you doing in here? Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. Hello. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? I'm getting a 2nd degree in court. And Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain on Mr. Latouse's left? Or Mr. Latousse left? My department chief had a field day with that one. But a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. We know that Mr. Latousse was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. He said it was my reward. I think that's just what he gives you to shut you up, to be honest. That's just what he gives you to just All right, Emma, go away. Here's some snackaroos. I'm done. Poor Emma. I still love you, Emma. Are chocolate snackaroos popular down at the precinct or something? Munch, munch, munch. He was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're not going to find any clues here. Oh, I did find something strange. Something strange? What'd you find? I met my embarrassment quota for the year. That's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that a little kid outsmarted me. It makes me even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct. He could have shot the revolver. That's not how it sounded in Lamiror's testimony. Also, I love that we're just discussing this fully outside of court. Like, this is so wrong on so many levels, but it's fine. It is fine. It doesn't matter. Oops, I skipped that line. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? Oh, man. I feel that. I feel that. Why can't you just kill someone and not get away with it? Come on, man. Why do these have to be hard? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Was that true, what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The guitar serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. I don't need to hear this. Stop telling me. Why do they keep telling me? I'm gonna read that because they read the heart-shaped keys, but they ignore this. Pleasure, fleeting melody wraps around me and flies through the air. I fly. So that's when she did the flying. Pleasure, pleasure, but a fleeting melody. Okay. All right. Well, 15 feet up, I guess. That's funny. Okay. I feel like they're showing me that song so many times, so I feel like I'm missing something, you know? But they could also just be, look, it's the song again. Yay. It's kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know. I found it. You think the same person did all this? Don't ask me. I don't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through the air vent anyway. What? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. Maybe. I don't know. Did you kill someone? So, what did you find? It's so little I must have passed it over yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? It looks like a capacitor? But that also looks like it could be, it's clearly like the size of a microchip, but it looks like a fire extinguisher. Compressed air cannon or something. There's a button on it. Little resistor. Actually, it's not a resistor. That's a, what is that called? I guess it could be anything. Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue. What? The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Ooh, like a beetle. What? A what? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. Double pull. Throw switch. Ah, yes, definitely. I mean, it might be. An electronic signal, you say? No, I don't. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, can I present it to you now? Boo-doo, 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 boo-doo. All right, she doesn't want to look at this. Munch, 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 munch. Okay. Munch, 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 munch. Like, are you gonna... Do bow bow ba da ba da ba da bow ba da ba da bow. This is the window where Lamiror saw the crime. Wish it was that simple. Kind of hard to see the crime when you can't see, but he did. Yeah, but the window was closed. Maybe she heard it some other way. That's one of those permanent dryers you see at the hair salons. Is that what they're really called? Permanent dryers? Do I look like a beautician? I just know that they dry your hair and give you a permanent. It just doesn't sound very glamorous, you know? Okay, how about perm machine? Or you could go more simple and permer. This isn't a bad game. This isn't a bad game, thinking up official names for things. Not that it makes sense, the name... Not that it makes sense, the name actually official or... Oh my god, it makes the name official or anything. It's fun. Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. Look at all that makeup. All I know is they sure don't make much of a clue. I guess she's not into makeup yet. You got stage makeup. Go get there. A stack of presents for Lamiror. Stars always get the biggest presents. You know, you could give me a present, Apollo. Here, have a piece of candy. Gee, thanks. She must not get a lot of presents. Poor girl. Aww. Well, yeah. Her dad clearly has been slacking. I'm talking about Phoenix, not her dad. That would be mean. It's one of the heavy-duty... That's one heavy-duty bouquet here. I have trouble thinking the flowers being heavy-duty. But they call lots of things heavy-duty. Not flowers, they don't. What about heavy scent? I think you mean heady. No, heavy scent is a thing that you could say. I've never heard anyone say a heady scent. But if the flowers are plastic, they still wouldn't be heavy. Okay. What if they were made out of metal? Like a magnolia made out of steel? Exactly. So I hope all my fans don't start throwing metal flowers at me. That would suck. Look, the carpet's been torn up. That's the part where they did the luminol testing on court. Loony Mall? What's Lumi? It's... Wait, did she say Loony Mall? Luna Mall. Oh, she said Loony Mall. Okay, I see. It's luminol. Get it right. Emma's kind of scary when it comes to science. Let's learn the word and not incite her or wrath again. I love how she just snaps out of it and screams across the room. Wait! Don't you dare! The murder weapon, so it belonged to Mr. Latouche. That thing makes normal revolvers look like water guns. Mr. Latouche was a big man. How about the person who shot him? Wouldn't they have to be about his size? Or you could just train. Boo-doo, 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 boo. Right after the shooting took place, Lamiror tried to come into the dressing room and dropped her brooch. I think that fits with the other stuff we know. Do you think the timing when she dropped it is important? Yeah, something about it bugs me, that's for sure. Look at the way those bullets tore through the thick wall. The revolver really was something else. I wonder if someone as little as me could even fire it. You want to give it a shot? Dislocating your shoulder would kind of put you in a crimp for your stage career. I mean, if you just dislocate it, you could just pop it back in. Not saying you should try it, but that wouldn't that's not like a career-ending injury. Might take you out for a week or two at worst, maybe a month. Daddy always has his stiff shoulders. Maybe that could loosen him up. Don't even mention it. I'm afraid he might go out and actually try it. Nah, he doesn't have the guts to pull the trigger, I bet. Honestly, same though. When I was younger, I used to shoot 12 gauge shotguns. Well, 20 gauge, but I got the chance to shoot 12 gauges when I was a younger lad. That was scary. It's so scary. I shot it like at clay pigeons and targets and stuff like that. Man, oh man. It's interesting. It's fun, but I think I'm too scared to do it anymore. Because if you do it just right, it's not that bad. But I have this one time, because you're supposed to put the butt like in this perfect spot. So when you get the kickback, it doesn't, I mean, it still hurts if you're not used to it, but you can take it. You can take the recoil. But I mean, I was like, what, 12 or something? It was for the scouts, okay? I put it on my bicep. Man, that thing bruised. It bruised and it hurt for like a month. 12 gauge on the bicep. Would not recommend. Put it where it's supposed to go. It's like, if you can feel it, if you like move your arm out a bit, you can feel right up against your shoulder. There's like a little meat pad before it like turns into your collarbone and ribs. It's like a little sack of meat. And that's where you put the butt, and it's like a little pillow. It just cushions it. It's still gonna hurt if you're not used to it, and it did, but it doesn't like leave any bruises. Definitely put it there, but I put it right on my bicep because I'm 12, and man, did that hurt. And ever since then, I've been afraid to shoot anything more powerful than a 22 rifle. Granted, I don't shoot. I only did that when I went scouting. Like, I don't know if I could ever shoot a shotgun again. And I did shoot shotguns after that, but nowadays I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. That's scary. I don't want to hurt myself. But I would recommend everyone at least try it once, just so you get the feeling, because it's a pretty cool feeling. But I'm never going to do it again. Speaker was for the monitor. It was blaring at the time of the shooting. It's a pretty old model for such a nice place. I guess they don't care about the sound quality back here, as long as you can hear it. Not as a loss of fidelity. Not that a loss of fidelity could possibly make the music worse. Good speakers cost a lot. They do. Do you have any idea how much a nice one that size would cost, Apollo? Probably a good 10 years of your allowance, give or take. What? But that's almost $600. What? 10 years? You're getting $60 a year? $60 a year? No wonder you spent all your money in the 15 years at once. Jesus, man. $60 a year, Phoenix? What are you doing? $5 a month. Poor Trucy. Wait till she finds out you need to buy 2 speakers for stereo. No! I only do mono. Just get a sound bar. Oh, man. I got an achievement. I got an achievement learning about Trucy's allowance. No, poor Trucy, man. It's the air vent with Machi Tobi's fingerprints. What's with the frown? Can't a girl frown anymore? Is that a crime? No, of course not. I just meant Machi Tobi's fingerprints are on that air vent. Why would his fingerprints be there if he wasn't the shooter? It's not the question I want to have to answer in court. Hey, wipe that frown off your face. One stick in the mud per crime scene, please. I guess girls can frown, but defense attorneys can't. Man, the double standard. Unacceptable. Shooter must have used this to climb up into the vent. All this tragedy because someone left a stepladder here. I don't think Mr. Latouche was shot because of the ladder. You think it was Machi? I guess. The air vent's pretty small after all. Does that prove he was at the scene? Did he escape in between the time the gunshots and and us opening the door. I love that now they're not fighting, they're not arguing. It's just Trucy's calling it a stepladder and Apollo's calling it a ladder. And they're just like they've made peace. A Gavanir's Pester. How many of those? Okay. I don't need to read this anymore here. All right. Okay. Another one. For another show. The Legal Eagles. Legal Eagle, the YouTube. No, this came out. This must have come out way before the YouTuber. Because there is. But the thing is, Legal Eagle is. He's a lawyer. So. I don't know. We've already done these, so that's why I'm skipping through them. All right. Oh, have I done this one? Look, it's fruit. Fruit, Apollo. Fruit. Okay, I've read this one too. Where she just wants to eat all the fruit. I'll make it vanish into my stomach. Yeah, she's silly. I wish I could have some fruit. I got some tomatoes up the stairs. I might have like a little cherry tomato or cherry tomato. Dude, they're so good. All right, Emma, you have nothing else to say, right? All right, let's get out of here. Nothing in here. All right, you know, I think I'm going to let's head back here. And we'll make a save for the night. I'm gonna go to bed. Bow, bow. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here, guys. I don't need the privacy policy. I'm gonna go to bed. I am tired. I hope you guys enjoyed the... Oh, it quit the game. It quit the game. Okay, whatever. It quit the game. Cool. I thought it said title screen. I guess it said exit game and I can't read. Anyway, I will be back on Wednesday. We are going to do the Blue Archive story event that's happening right now. I know Judy's going to be working part-time. Senna's gonna be in a cute little outfit, a sundress and a hat. And I know that Akko is gonna be attacked by a tentacle pancake monster. So you won't want to miss it. It's gonna be awesome. That's really all I have to say about that. Fortunately, I have not heard Ibuki, but I feel like she should be in it, right? It's... Well, there's no Pandemonium Society, but hey, maybe. You never know. Ibuki is in love with the pancake monster. She loves the pancake. She wanted to take one on a walk. So maybe she'll come see the pancake. We can hope, but no promises. Regardless, it's still going to be a really fun story. It's going to be silly and goofy, I hope. Nexon has not missed with a single event. I'm super excited. So yeah. I'm going to go to bed. I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night, everybody.